Testing. Can everybody hear me? Okay, if everybody can kind of move over here, and stuff, in about 3 minutes we're going to get this party started. So, and then we'll go from there. So, we got plenty of good seats up here, and let's go. Whoops. Hey, good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here today. This is just totally awesome. So, my name is Bob DeYoung, and I'm a Veteran Service Representative for my boss over there, United States Senator Mike Rounds. And today, we're going to take a moment and present the Purple Heart to United States Army veteran Jerry Joseph Stravia IV. And Jerry, I am honored to be the MC for this presentation. I might get steamed up. So anyhow, in addition to my boss over there, I'd like to recognize and welcome President Dan Kittle, President of Dakota Wesleyan here, and thank you for letting us do this here. The Davison County Veteran Service Officer team there in the back, TJ, representatives from our respective veterans organizations, and thank you, family. Thank you all for being here. So before we go any further, Jerry, I'm going to ask you to come up and introduce your family and friends joining us this morning.
I get paid to speak for a living, so don't judge me right now. I am beyond humbled. Yeah, I want to thank, I can't thank you all by name, would be here forever, but so many faces that I know and love, and representatives of people here, you bless me so much. I'm Jerry, a beautiful wife, Rebecca. You know. I'm not here today without that woman. And my kids, Reagan, Jerry Joe, Gracie, and Finley. My mom and dad, Jerry and Kathy. My mom and dad, Bob and Sandy. Brother, Rob Young, sister Lori. Dave Rankin is the reason why we're all here, in addition to Senator Rounds, because Dave's a pain in the ass. We're here today. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you for your service, your sacrifice, and thank you all for being here, because today is a big deal. So now, next what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how we got here today, the history of the Purple Heart, how and why Jerry is deserving of this, followed by remarks from the Senator and Jerry. So, how we got here today. Today is a day 6 years in the making for our team, but more than 17 for Jerry. Our team first met and began working with Jerry back in 2018 after reviewing his medical records, military paperwork, discharge documents. It was clear that this veteran was deserving of the Purple Heart Award. Initially, our office went through the appropriate channels to make this happen, which included sending an awards packet to the Army Board for Corrections of Military Records, and unfortunately that was denied. So our team, feeling that this denial was an error, we spoke to Senator Rounds. He agreed that we needed to take it directly to the Secretary of the Army. And we did that on multiple occasions with multiple secretaries and multiple denials. Okay? However, the team didn't give up. The senator didn't give up. We were in the process of taking further action in the form of legislation, which would have been an amendment in this year's 2025 National Defense Authorization Act, or the NDAA that you hear on the news. So fortunately, that didn't have to happen, because in April of this year, nearly 6 years after Jerry's case first came to Senator Rounds, we received notice from the Army that they had finally decided that Jerry was indeed deserving of the Purple Heart Medal. This specific case has definitely been a total team effort, a test of patience, and a labor of love for the job. The history of the Purple Heart: it was originally established by General George Washington in Newburgh, New York on 7 August 1782 during the Revolutionary War. It was reestablished by the President of the United States in accordance with War Department General Orders 3 on 22 February 1932. While the Purple Heart is clearly an individual decoration, the Purple Heart also differs from all other decorations. An individual isn't recommended for this medal or award. They are entitled to it upon meeting specific criteria. So in Jerry's case, after he finished basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia in 2006, he was off to Fort Hood, Texas, and became a member of Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 12th Cavalry, 3rd Brigade Combat Team of the 1st Cavalry Division. February 2007, in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, Jerry deployed and met up with his unit stationed at Camp Warhorse near Bakuba, Iraq. You know, during his deployment, Jerry, an 11B, an infantryman, was the driver of a Bradley fighting vehicle. You know, and during missions and engagements with the enemy, his Bradley fighting vehicle was hit with multiple improvised explosive devices, or IEDs, the most severe occurring on the 18th and 19th of March 2007. Two of them that happened in less than a 48-hour time frame. During his 2007 tour, Jerry was involved in multiple IEDs and rocket-propelled grenade attacks from their enemy. Ultimately, these attacks had a negative effect on the health of veteran Stravia. His fellow soldiers and chain of command noticed a change in him that required him to be further evaluated for a traumatic brain injury, which sent him to Landstuhl Regional Medical Center in Landstuhl, Germany, and then to Brooke Army Medical Center at Fort Sam Houston, Texas, for further testing and evaluation. Unfortunately, due to the traumatic brain injury Jerry suffered, he was medically retired on the 4th of August, 2008. So at this time, I'm going to ask Senator Rounds and Jerry to come forward for the presentation of the Purple Heart. So attention to orders. The United States of America, to all who shall see these, presents greeting. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America has awarded the Purple Heart, established by General George Washington at Newburgh, New York, August 7, 1782, to Private First Class Jerry J. Stravia IV, 1st of the 12th Cavalry, 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 1st Cavalry Division, for wounds received in action on 19 March 2007 in Iraq. Given under my hand in the city of Washington this 3rd day of April 2024, signed Brigadier General Gregory S. Johnson, the Adjutant General, United States Army Human Resources Command, and signed Christine E. Wormuth, our Secretary of the Army. Congratulations.
Jerry, come here. Look, it is very, please sit. It is not very often that a presentation of the Purple Heart is made in front of family and friends. But George Washington thought it was really important that we honor those who sacrifice all, or that offer all in sacrifice. Jerry is one of those individuals that has done that. But there's something else as well. In most cases, it's not the veteran that asks for the Purple Heart. It is an entitlement which we provide, and it represents the best of America. It represents the best of what we have to offer. And it says something else. To all of the young people that are out there, it says that defending this country is not easy, and it is not free. It takes sacrifice and it takes service. And so as we offer this token of our appreciation and the recognition of the sacrifice which he has offered, we're also sending a message to everybody else, to everyone. It's not the veteran requesting it. It is an example to everybody else about how important it is, and that we would not be a free nation if it was not for their sacrifice and their service. So today we celebrate. We celebrate the fact that Jerry's allowed us to share with everybody else the importance of defending our nation so that the next generation can live in freedom. Jerry, thank you for your sacrifice and your service.
I just want to take a moment to, again, thank you all. Just a few things. One, none of this, this journey, I've sat and thought about it quite a bit, and it's been overwhelming, and I really appreciate all you. We got people that have traveled hundreds and hundreds of miles to be here and moved everything around, and so I want to take the time to say thank you, but then redirect, right? In my line of work, we call that counter offense. One, Jesus coming in my life during this tumultuous time was really big for me, and I get the honor to live for him, and to do it by coaching young athletes and with my wife, and so that's super awesome. So I just want to say I'm just so grateful for Jesus. And then second of all, I'd like to ask Don and Sheila Tracy to please stand. Your son was my best friend, and he's a true hero. One of the bravest, most wild little shits I've ever known. And Trey fell in 2007 in Baghdad. He was an infantryman, and he is a hero. And it's just crazy to be in that line, and I just want everybody to know about Jacob Tracy, who is a face of a kid who was trying to figure out this world. And the Army gave him a chance. He was the best damn infantryman I've ever known. He fought bravely and valiantly, and he will never be forgotten. And I thank you for being here today. And I'd like to thank my wife, Rebecca, for never giving up on me, for reminding me what it is and what it stands for to be a warrior, for reminding me to wake up every day grateful, for never not only leaving me, but for sticking around for things you didn't sign up for, and for being the most incredible life partner some dumb Slovenian Irish wrestling infantryman could ever ask for. Thank you all for being here today.
All right, Jerry, congratulations again on this award. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Big shout out to DWU for being such awesome hosts. There's some cookies and stuff in the back, and that concludes the ceremony. Jerry, family, I'd ask you to come up here for a few photos right away, and we'll get going with that. So, again, thank you all for being here. It's been a great morning.